Join me in welcoming the President of the United States.
Thank you all. Thank you. Please be seated. Bill, thanks for the kind introduction. We're determined to ignite a civil war, to pit the Iraqi people against one another. He invaded his neighbors. He sponsored terrorism. He pursued and used weapons of mass destruction.
That in this case, this is one case that privatization is not a solution. And Mr. President, how do you propose to bring
for a reason? I wanted to see people to see what some of those statements were based on. And the issue that really is the issue of the future in many ways is China. And I would call our relationship with China very positive and complex. It's positive because we do have dialogue. It's positive because the Chinese leadership, Hu Jintao and his predecessor, were able to sit down and we had pretty frank discussions about a variety of issues. On our agenda, of course, is trade fairness in trade, as well as human rights and freedom of religion. On their agenda has been in the past Taiwan, of course, which is a predominant issue. I've worked hard on that issue to make it clear that our position has not changed, and we do not expect either party to unilaterally change the status quo. And hatred, and that kind of resentment and hatred provided ample recruitment. The decision by the United States and our coalition partners to remove Saddam Hussein. Our presence in the Far East is really important. And so therefore my administration has been active in making sure we stay active in the region. The visit of Hu Jintao will be an interesting and important visit. He's coming into a country where there's a over $200 billion trade deficit, and a lot of Americans are wondering where's the equity in trade. And therefore I think he could help the Americans understand the importance of a free trading world if he were to maybe make a statement on his currency, for example. America is safer today because Saddam Hussein is no longer in power. I believe it's important for Americans to see a society that goes from being have its economic growth driven by exports to one having its economic growth more by consumer demand inside the country. That's an important part of our dialogue with China. It's very important for him to make a declaration on international property rights, IPR. It's difficult for a nation that likes to trade, like ours, to go into a country uncertain as to whether or not patents will be protected or product will be protected from copy. Sitting in a courtroom instead of a palace, and he's now facing justice for his crimes.